Yes, good morning, everyone. Today we are gathered over here in this online platform just to discuss that how you will get a good score in your examination, because you know that you have a lot of subjects in fifth semester, right? So I can think that nowadays you are a little bit worried regarding your exams, but we have a benefit, as we have discussed in the previous meeting, that we have a benefit that university is declared a new paper style, and in which you have to attend any four questions out of eight. So if you will work smartly and if you will plan accordingly for each and every subject, then I don't think that anyone can be failed in this examination, right? So the thing is that you have to just plan very carefully in each and every subject. So it will help you to score maximum you can score in your examination. So now let me share the again the format with you so that we can discuss. Okay, so this is the format. I think it's visible to all, right? So this is the format of this our winter 2020 examination, which we have discussed earlier also. Now in this you can see that you are going to get 2 hours. So now you are having subjects, some theory subjects will be there, some logical subjects will be there, technical subjects will be there. According to that, you have to plan that how you will complete your paper in 2 hours, because your timings are 10:30 to uh, 12:30, right, in the morning session. So again, the next thing you have to take care that all the questions are divided into three parts. That is 3 marks, 4 marks, and 7 marks. You have to attend the question. Suppose you are selecting question 1, तो आपको वो पूरा अटेंड करना है, ठीक है? इसमें से आप कोई पार्ट पार्ट नहीं कर सकते हो, जैसे क्वेश्चन 1 A भी इसका किया और 2C मैंने इसका किया, दैट इज नॉट वैलिड. आपको कंप्लीट क्वेश्चन अटेंड करना है, पूरे 8 में से कोई भी 4 करना है. सो आइदर यू कैन अटेंड 1 ABC, 3 ABC, 4 ABC, and 5 ABC, or you can attend 2 ABC, 3 ABC, 6 ABC, and 7 ABC in that way. So any four questions you have to attempt in your examination, right? And the weightage are 3, 4, and 7. So you know that you have already given offline examination in your previous semesters, like in the first, second, and third semester, and you have noticed that which type of questions will be there in 3 marks, 4 marks, and 7 marks. Majority definitions, or we can say what do you understand about this particular term. In the 4 marks, differentiation between any two things, that type of questions will be there, while the 7 mark question will contain either the examples or descriptive type questions. So in that way you have to analyze the previous university papers, examination papers, and you have to think that how you are going to attend, or which four questions you are going to attend. So whenever you will get your question paper, first of all read the question paper thoroughly. Means you have to analyze all the questions, question number 1 to 8, and smartly attend the question which you know first. मीन्स ऐसा नहीं कि बोलो क्वेश्चन 1 में मुझे ए आ रहा है तो पहले वो अटेम्प्ट कर लिया, नहीं. पहले आप देख लो, सबके सब क्वेश्चंस एनालाइज कर लो, कौन सा क्वेश्चन आपको पूरा का पूरा आ रहा है. मीन्स क्वेश्चन 1 ABC आपको पूरा आ रहा है, देन स्टार्ट राइटिंग विद क्वेश्चन 1, ठीक है. देन अगेन चेक इट आउट, 2A में मुझे 2AB आ रहा है, लेकिन ऐसा भी क्वेश्चन है 3ABC जिसमें मुझे थोड़ा थोड़ा आ रहा है. सो आपको सोचना है कौन सा क्वेश्चन का वेटेज कितने मार्क्स का है और आप कौन सा अटेंड करने वाले हो, राइट. सो बेस्ड ऑन दैट यू हैव टू डिसाइड स्मार्टली, right? So this was regarding the exam paper format. Again, I have done, we are revising this thing. Because you are having only 2 hours. So that I want to tell you that each and every paper you may find lengthy, because you are going to attend such type of paper style first time, right? Where all the ABC will be there. So 347, 347, 347 means at least you have to attempt any four questions, means 12 questions you have to attend perfectly, right? 12 questions you have to attend perfectly. If theory subjects will be there, then you have to write theoretical. If logical subjects will be there, then you have to solve some examples. In again theory type of subject, again you have to draw the figures also. So you have to take care how much time you are taking to draw the figure, because since last so many months you have not able to write anything except assignments. Some assignments were given by us that you have completed, but लिखने की थोड़ी प्रैक्टिस आपकी छूट गई होगी, तो आपको एटलीस्ट फिगर्स कैसे ड्रॉ करें कोई भी सब्जेक्ट्स हो, ठीक है, उसमें आपको थोड़ा मेहनत करना पड़ेगा. क्योंकि अदरवाइज एग्जाम में डायरेक्ट फिगर ड्रॉ करने बैठोगे तो आधा घंटा तो फिगर में लगेगा, बाकी बचा आपके पास 1.5 घंटा, राइट। सो ये सब चीज़ें आपको ध्यान रखनी है और आपको स्मार्टली क्वेश्चन पेपर अटेंड करना है, राइट। सो दिस वाज रिगार्डिंग द क्वेश्चन पेपर. If you have any doubt in this thing, then just note it down. After the end of this lecture we will discuss your difficulties. Now let's come to the our subject which we have studied in the previous semester, that is analysis and design of algorithms. And I know that if you have seen the previous university exam papers, तो आपको पसीने निकल गए होंगे. I'm damn sure, because this is a logical subject, right? So over here now we have a chance, or we have an advantage to attend only 50% question paper. So we can do something that will be beneficial for you. Okay, let's start with the first unit. It contains only theory portions, right? That is basics of algorithm and mathematics. So one or two means any theory questions will be there from your examination, like what do you mean by vector and matrices, or any definitions type questions will be there, right? So from this unit, any definitions or theory based questions will be there. Yesterday I have provided one question bank to you. In that I have listed chapter wise important questions based on my analysis point of view, but it does not mean that questions will be from that only. These are some important questions as per the exam point of view which I have analyzed from the previous GTU papers, right? But it does not mean that they are going to ask from that only, right? Suppose yesterday I think I have not mentioned the questions regarding the algorithmic sets and functions. So it may possible that they may ask the definitions from the sets and functions. So what I want to say, theory units, suppose in this subject there are total 9 units are there. Okay, total 9 units. So first of all identify the theoretical units. और theoretical units बहुत अच्छे से कर लो आप, उसमें से कुछ भी है आपको आना चाहिए. Because in the logical portion you may find some difficulty or you may find some lengthy procedure, right? But theoretical answer you can give properly. So unit number 1 ऐसा है जो आपको अच्छे से आना चाहिए पूरा का पूरा, इसमें से आपको कुछ skip नहीं करना है. That is the basics of algorithms and mathematics. Now if we will talk regarding the example and the logical portion, then these 4 units, unit number 2, 3, 4, 5, contains the maximum weightage. Why maximum weightage? Because here you can see the weightage 20, 15, 15, 15. These are the 4 units which contains the theory portion as well as the logical portion. Logical portion means examples point of view. So over here if you will see, this is the longest we can say chapter in your curriculum, right? This is the analysis of algorithm, because so many sorting mechanism are available over here in this unit, like bucket sort, radix sort, counting sort, heap sort, then insertion, cell selection, right, bubble sort. These are the sorting mechanisms. So they are going to ask you one example or theory from these sorting mechanisms for sure, right? 110% sorting mechanisms will be there in your examination. And so you have to prepare these sorting mechanisms from this particular chapter. Also the most important portion that they are going to cover from this, that is the asymptotic notations, and also this time complexity, average, best and worst case. If you remember, then I have posted one PDF file in your group which contains the time complexity analysis of all the algorithms, like best case, average case and worst case. मैंने ऐसा एक PDF फाइल आपके ग्रुप में भेजा था जिसमें सभी sorting algorithms और searching algorithms के टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी एनालिसिस थे. वो आपको याद रखने हैं, क्योंकि एग्जाम में अगेन ये यूनिट में से 100% वो पूछेंगे व्हाट विल बी द एवरेज कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी ऑफ दिस sorting mechanism, what will be the best time complexity, what will be the worst time complexity. So these 3 things you have to remember for each and every sorting mechanism. Suppose they are going to ask the example, then it will be easy. But example ही नहीं पूछेंगे, कोई भी sorting mechanism का example पूछा वो लोग ने या theory पूछी, उसके साथ वो sorting mechanism की time complexity पूछेंगे ही 110%. कि भाई explain quick sort algorithm with example, also discuss its time complexity. Similarly, explain selection sort with example and also discuss its time complexity. So time complexity is most important in this unit. You have to remember time complexity for each and every sorting methodologies, or for the any topic from this unit, right? You have to write down in your notes or in your anywhere that table you have to remember before the exam. Okay, so this is the most important from this particular unit, that is the time complexity of each and every methodology. Another is coming asymptotic notation. So I found that university in the from the university paper that some tricky and diplomatic examples they are asking from this topic. One is asymptotic notation, and another is recurrence relation. That is a part of third unit, right? So that particular examples are tricky and also difficult also, that will take a time. So what is my suggestion? If they are going to ask you the theory of asymptotic notation and recurrence relation, then you can able to write. But if they are asking some tricky examples, then you have to attend this question in last. Okay, you have to attend this question in last, because these are the tricky examples which will take your time. So don't waste your time after such examples of asymptotic and recurrence example. Another from my analysis, I would like to say that in recurrence relation examples, they are repeating the questions as it is, which I have posted in your question bank also. Like one of the question which I have posted, that is this one, t of n, that is 9tn by 3 plus n, 3tn by 4. Such type of questions they are repeating always, right? Over here you can see 3tn by 3, n raised to 3, right? So over here this is also 2tn by 2 plus n. Okay, so some type of such type of questions you may find from your university previous examinations. So you can list out which examples they are repeatedly asking for the recurrence relation. ओके, सो यू हैव टू नोट इट डाउन, एंड जो भी एग्जांपल्स ज्यादा बार पूछा है, मेथड ऐसी ही होगी। अगर 2t है तो उसके आगे 3t करेंगे, n स्क्वायर है तो उसका n क्यूब करेंगे, ज्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं होगा। ठीक है, तो ऐसे कुछ 5 से 6 एग्जांपल जो हर बार रिपीट हुए हो, वो अच्छे से आपको प्रिपेयर कर लेने हैं। अगर वो टाइप का एग्जांपल आया, देन इट विल बी अ बेनिफिट फॉर यू दैट इन 4 मार्क्स दे आर गोइंग टू आस्क। ओके, सो वो आप सोल्व कर पाओगे, राइट। सो एसिम्प्टोटिक एंड रिकरेंस के लिए आप ऐसे सॉल्यूशन कर सकते हो, जो भी यूनिवर्सिटी में पूछे गए लास्ट एग्जाम पेपर्स में, वो पैटर्न के आप एग्जाम्पल सोल्व करके रखो। तो अगर अब एग्जाम में आएंगे तो वही पैटर्न के आएंगे, थोड़ा ही मॉडिफिकेशन होगा, सो यू कैन इजीली अटेम्प्ट इट। ओके, next from the second unit, I told you these time complexities are important, efficiency and all these sorting mechanism. They may ask the example, or directly they will put the question, explain this sorting method with any example, then you have to provide. Now third one is divide and conquer algorithm. So from this unit you may find that basically they are asking the difference, right? So that differentiate questions also I have put in the question bank. So over here different type of question that is going to be asked, that will come from unit 4 and 5, like differentiate dynamic programming and greedy programming. Sometimes they are asking, what is the difference between dynamic and divide and conquer, like that. So if you know some basic fundamentals, then you will be able to write. So from this unit number 3, recurrence relations are the most important for the example point of view, right? Another thing they are asking, that is this one, max mean problem. Okay, and this sorting mechanism, quick sort, they are asking majority time, because it is difficult. Merge sort is easy, so they are not asking every time, but quick sort example is always there in your previous question paper. Binary search is also easy, right? So from the divide and conquer, recurrence relations are the most important. Another is max mean problem, matrix multiplication question they have asked so many times in your exam, right? And another is this quick sort. So quick sort, matrix multiplication, then recurrence relations and max mean problem. These are the 4 important topics from this particular unit, that is the divide and conquer. So you may find these 4 questions they have asked repeatedly. So if such type of question will be there, then you will be able to write. Now let's come to the fourth one, dynamic programming, right? So principle of optimality. So many questions they have been asked for this particular question, for this topic. That is, what do you mean by principle of optimality? How it will be applicable to the dynamic programming? Then examples will be there based on the knapsack problem or matrix chain multiplication and LCS, longest common subsequence, right? So LCS के एग्जाम्पल होते ही है हर एक क्वेश्चन पेपर में, सो वो आपको अच्छे से प्रिपेयर करना है, बिकॉज ओवर हियर यू कैन सी दैट दिस इज द थियरी पोर्शन, बाइनोमियल कोएफिशिएंट, principle of optimality, then making change contains some example, but they are not asking this question frequently. They are asking this question frequently, not every time. Assembly line scheduling, this question they have asked only 1 or 2 times, but these are the points, like all shortest point path, that is the Floyd's algorithm. Okay, similarly Floyd's algorithm is also important from these units, shortest path. Similarly matrix and multiplication and LCS. So last 3 points, that is the shortest path, matrix chain multiplication and LCS. From that, they are asking the examples having the weightage 7 mark, or they are asking the examples based on the making change or the knapsack, right? So from this unit, theory portion weightage is very less, but the example point of view, this unit is contain the more weightage. Now, if we will move to the fifth one, greedy algorithm. So over here, you may find some of the importance that is the means it's very easy. Like minimum spanning tree, Kruskal, Prims, you have already studied in your data structure. So that is easy. Theory point of view, they are going to ask you that which are the characteristics of dynamic and greedy, or what is the difference between greedy and dynamic programming. Such type of questions will be there. So that you have to prepare perfectly. थियरी क्वेश्चंस कोई भी बाकी मत रखना, वो अच्छे से प्रिपेयर कर लेना. Okay, minimum spanning trees you have studied in data structure, so Kruskal and Prims will become easy for you. Similarly, over here in shortest path, Dijkstra's algorithm will be there, right? In dynamic, it was Floyd's algorithm. Over here, Dijkstra's will be there. So again, it will be very easy for you, because this all these four topics you have already studied in data structure. Only new thing, that is job scheduling and Huffman code. Huffman code is very easy, so don't keep this topic in a, don't skip this topic. हफमैन कोड सभी को प्रिपेयर करना है, क्योंकि वो थियरी भी इजी है और उसका एग्जाम्पल भी इजी, और आपके नसीब अच्छे हुए तो वो 7 मार्क में भी आ जाता है क्वेश्चन. सो हफमैन कोड डिफिकल्ट नहीं है. सो ग्रीडी एल्गोरिदम हमने बहुत स्टार्टिंग में किया था, बिकॉज इट्स वेरी इजी दिस यूनिट compared to the dynamic programming, because matrix chain multiplication, LCS and Floyd's algorithm is very lengthy if you are going to solve the example of that unit. But if you are going to attend examples of this unit number 5, then it will be very easy and it is less time consuming. Prim's algorithm, Kruskal, Dijkstra's, similarly Huffman. These are the four which they are asking frequently in your exam, and it is less time consuming compared to the LCS and matrix chain multiplication. So more give more focus on this unit number 5, because it is going to give you the advantage. Similarly, now as I told you, chapter number 6 to 9 are more theory point of view chapters again, because in exploring the graphs you can see that so many times they are asking this question, DFS and BFS. So with the example and differentiation, you know that DFS and BFS, these are the definition: undirected graph, directed graph, traversing graphs, right? So these are the definition point of view chapter, and example or theory that is fixed from this unit, that is the DFS and BFS they are asking, right? Similarly, in 7th unit, they are asking the difference of backtracking and branch and bound. What is this difference between these methods? What do you understand? And so many times they have asked this question, 8 queen and 4 queen problem. Okay. And also they are asking this traveling salesman. So from this unit, these are the three most important questions: differentiate backtracking and branch and bound. Second is 8 queen or 4 queen problem. And third is traveling salesman problem, right? So these three questions, so many times they have repeated in your theory paper. Now unit number 8, that is a string matching. So in the string matching, they are asking the theory point of view, explain the Rabin-Karp algorithm, or explain the string matching finite automata, or the this KMP algorithm, right? Navy string matching algorithm and its characteristics. So this unit is totally theoretical. They are asking theory point of view questions directly with the question explain Navy string matching, explain Rabin-Karp, explain KMP, right? So again, this is a completely theoretical point of view unit. And similarly, the last one, introduction to NP completeness, that is again a theory point of view. That is explain traveling salesman, explain majority questions they are asking from this unit, that is based on this class P and NP. What is NP completeness? What is NP hard? What is class P and NP? This is the main question they are asking always, right? So this was regarding the discussion based on your syllabus. I have explained you everything, which type of questions should be there, what will be the weightage portion, how they are asking the questions from each and every unit, and based on that I have provided you this question bank. I have put some examples also just for your practice. But as I told you, first of all, you have to do one thing: just differentiate the theory portions and the example portion. Prepare according to that. Differentiate the theory portion means you have to write down the theory questions which they have asked in your previous exam papers, and you may find that such theory questions have been repeated so many times, right? Suppose, as for example, explain, we can say Huffman code, right? Explain Huffman code, or we can say differentiate DFS and BFS with example. So you may find that this question they have asked in winter 17, summer 19, summer 18, like 3 to 4 times. So such type of questions you have to segregate. एग्जाम्पल्स वही अटेंड करना जो आपको परफेक्टली आते हो। जैसे मैंने आपको बताया LCS टाइम कंज्यूमिंग है, उससे अच्छा तो आप ये एग्जाम्पल्स अटेंड कर लो, जैसे कि MST का है, क्रुस्कल है, प्रिम्स है, ठीक है, देन इचकास्ट्रास है, हफमैन कोड है। सो एग्जाम्पल्स फॉर दीज यूनिट्स आर वेरी इजी एंड लेस टाइम कंज्यूमिंग. But if you don't have any option, then and then go for such type of examples, right? That is the LCS and matrix chain. Okay, so examples if you find difficult, look attend करना सभी, ऐसा मत करना पेपर पूरा का पूरा अच्छे से अटेंड करके आना, लिख के आना. अगर आपने नहीं लिखा या फिर बीच में आधा एग्जाम्पल अटेंड करके छोड़ दिया, देन इट विल क्रिएट अ नेगेटिव इंप्रेशन. सो एग्जाम में पहले देख लेना कौन से क्वेश्चंस अच्छे से आते हैं. इफ यू वांट टू फोकस ऑन थियरी, देन अटेंड ऑल द थियरी क्वेश्चंस परफेक्टली, देन स्विच ओवर टू द एग्जाम्पल्स, right? So this was from my side. Now if you have any difficulty, then you can ask. If you have any doubt or any if any suggestions you want, then you can ask me. Any doubt? Anyone? Any difficulty? Yes, anyone, if you want to ask anything, otherwise we can end the session. I have forwarded all the PPTs in your group yesterday, also provided the question bank. If I will get the time, then also GTU papers I will forward also, right? But still, if you want any suggestion from your side, then you can ask. No doubt, everything clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, anyone else? Hetvi?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Clear? Okay, Jay?
Yes, sir.
Jay, Jigar?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Kuldeep?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
જાગો છો ને બધા શિયાળો
Sir,
છે?
no doubts.
No
Yes,
doubts?
sir, yes.
So you don't have to fear. બરાબર છે? એક્ઝામમાં કોઈ બીક ન રાખતા અને સ્ટ્રેસ ન રાખતા, કોન્ફિડન્સથી એક્ઝામ આપજો. બરાબર છે? કોઈ પણ ફેલ ન થવો જોઈએ, રાઈટ? પ્રોપર મહેનત કરજો, સ્માર્ટ વર્ક કરજો and try to attend everything, right? Okay, so now wish you all the very best for your exam. If you still have any difficulty, then you can message me in personal, right? And also this recorded session I will post in your group, right? So thank you everyone and wish you all the best again. See you after the exams, right? Okay, thank you.